Zombies love me for my extra brains. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about my brain malformation and all the lovely things that come with it. Do you sense my sarcasm? So, my brain malformation has been giving me quite a lot of trouble recently. A lot more than it normally does. My makeup is purple. Can you see it? Anyway, so my brain malformation. It is called an Arnold Chiari Malformation. It is pronounced Chiari, not Chiari. Not a chia pet. And the awareness ribbon color for a Chiari malformation is purple. Now, I have a bit of a thing with the color purple. I hate it. No, really, I do. Hate the color purple. I mean, gotta stop now. I hate the color purple. It is by far my least favorite color of all of the entire colors in the world. Hate the color purple. So this is as close to purple as I'm gonna get. That being said, ignore this. This is the only purple thing I have. I have no clothes that are purple. The only closest thing I have is this maroon colored shirt, so deal with it. So, Chiari malformation is, like I said, a brain malformation. So, I have a paper, because Chiari, I'm not as well versed in it as I am with my other ones. So, a Chiari malformation is a brain malformation condition in which the brain tissue extends into the spinal canal. So, my extra brain. So it's back here to the base of your spine, base of your neck, and it's awful. It's awful. It is something that you are born with, so it's not something that develops. Like I said with the rest of my diagnosis, they all kind of followed. It was like a domino effect. Like OI, scoliosis, Chiari, like the rest of them. So they found my Chiari whenever I was in the 7th grade? 6th grade? I think I was in the 7th grade. I'm not sure. I was in middle school. I was about 14? I don't know. But they found it through an MRI. That is how you find brain malformations and things like that. That's how it's diagnosed. It's diagnosed through an MRI. Had so many of those that I probably should be sticking to the fridge right now. Chiari malformation is not quite common, but it is common. There are more than 200,000 people in the US that have it. I'm gonna read a list of symptoms, and I'm going to tell you after that the symptoms that I have. So, symptoms include neck pain, muscle weakness, problems with coordination, stiff muscles, overactive muscles or reflexes, pins and needles, like a sensation of pins and needles, light sensitivity, blurry or double vision, difficulty swallowing, headaches, obviously, nausea, eye twitches, ringing in the ears, vertigo, and an impaired voice. It's a lot of symptoms. So the symptoms that I experience and that I've been, after I explain everything, I'm going to tell you the issues that I've been having recently with it. So the symptoms that I have, specifically me, are I have neck pain right back here. I have muscle weakness. I have stiff muscles. I have overactive reflexes, so I have overactive leg and knee twitches and things like that, where my muscles and everything will just kind of spaz out for a short period of time and then they stop. I do have blurry and double vision. Do have that. I do have headaches. That is the biggest thing with Chiari. They're the worst headaches I've ever had in my life, and it pretty much, the best way I can describe it is it's not like, oh, I have a headache right here. No, it is all over. The literal best way I can describe it is it literally feels like you have my brain and you're squeezing it to death. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're squeezing the life out of my brain, and it is terrible. So I have headaches. I have nausea quite often, but I also have a really sensitive stomach. But when I have a headache, nausea usually kind of comes with it. So I have nausea. My eye twitches, both of them. Usually it's this one. It's kind of twitching right now. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, let me get all up close. It's twitching right here. See it, see it, see it. No, it stopped. Right there. But that's also a symptom of another condition I have, which I will explain in a few videos. I have all of my what I'm gonna do next posted on this little board over here. So but yeah, I also have ringing in my ears, typically this ear. I have vertigo. Vertigo is terrible. I cannot describe vertigo. I honestly can't. It's like this Twilight Zone type of stuff. It's awful. Those are the symptoms that I have with Chiari, and like I said, I'm not very well. I don't know a whole lot about Chiari. I mean, I know enough about it to explain what it is, but I don't know nearly as much about it as I do with OI or scoliosis, mainly just OI. But I do know that it's not curable, because I don't think any of my conditions are curable. Well, maybe one or two. Anyway, but there is a surgery that you can have for it. It is called a decompression surgery. And yes, it is as terrifying as that word sounds. So a decompression surgery, God, is I'm gonna set my paper down there. So a decompression surgery, I said it, is pretty much when your Chiari gets to the point where, so they have different types of Chiari. So obviously, depending on how big your Chiari is, which is the malformation part, how big it is how severe it is. And the more bigger it is, and the more it pushes on your brain. Sorry, I just got back from physical therapy, and she dry needled my shoulder, and I have a little bit of a pinch. Sorry. But so the bigger it gets, the harder and different places it presses on in your brain. Your brain can literally explode if it gets so big and you don't do anything about it. So it can be lethal. It can be life-threatening. Mine is not that bad. It's not surgery bad, thank God. But I don't think I could have the surgery if it got to that point, and I will tell you what. So a decompression surgery is essentially making room for the malformation. It's not removing it. So how they do that is that they shave away part of your skull back here to make room for it. reason why it would be extremely risky for me to have that surgery. My bones are soft, so the chances of something going horribly, like catastrophically awful, like wrong with like my skull and my bone is very, very high. So thank you, Jesus, that my malformation isn't that bad. But yeah, that is my brain malformation. It is my third diagnosis of, I think, 6. Yes, 3 of 6. We have 3 more to go. I don't have any pictures for this one. I mean, I have pictures of me getting an MRI, but that's it. I don't have a picture of my brain because it hasn't been a pressing issue. My puns are sorry. So what was I saying? That's another thing. It doesn't help with my memory. Oh god. So what I've been having the most issues with recently has been my brain. So I have, for about 3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, give or take like a few days, I have been having worse headaches, and I've been having issues with my vision. So my vision has been blurry and like disorienting to the point where I can't drive myself right now, and I've been having god-awful pains right through here, and like everything is kind of like dizzy, and I'm really dizzy. So yeah, that's my issues as of lately. So yeah, but that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give a like if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy these kind of things. My nose is starting to bleed, so I'm trying to hurry. That's another thing I have, is chronic nosebleeds. It's not a condition though that I know of. Anyway, so please leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification if you want to know anytime that I post a video. And if you want to check out the last video in this series, it is my video on my scoliosis. The next video is going to be my about my circulation disorder, which is the disorder that is actually more rare than my bone disease. So stay tuned for that. That should be up next week. I also have a really, really special fun video that I'm planning to do if everything works out also next week. So it will either be my video on my circulation disorder or the really fun, exciting video. It'll be one of those two that comes up first next week. So thank you guys so much for watching, and that's it. Bye!